You might be wondering, when is the right time to outsource in your business? Well, congratulations, you're here, and it probably is the right time right now. So today I'm going to talk about all about outsourcing, how to outsource for your business, when is the right time, and really behind the scenes of me outsourcing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Simone and I am a business coach and I am all about that outsource life. So I help content creators, coaches, service-based entrepreneurs how to scale their business, outsource more, and just live a more well-balanced and happy life. So we're going to talk all about that today. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant, so I'm a big fan of outsourcing right now, like a really big fan. So I want to talk about outsourcing, and in this section of Ask Simone, when is the right time to outsource in your business? This is the question I get asked so often. People are just like, when do I outsource? Is it when I make $1,000? Do I do it now? I'm not profitable. How do I do it? So there's so many ways that you can outsource within your business, and there's really no right time to outsource. I want us to take a step back and realize that it's a personal decision for everyone, and there's no golden rule okay, it's time to outsource. There are some things that some people say in terms of what you are spending on outsourcing versus what you're bringing in. But I'm always team do it before you're ready, because it will really help you bring in more revenue and more income to your business. You can outsource before you're profitable, and I really want to say that I outsource ahead of time, and it's one of the reasons why I had a 5-figure month. It's actually my second 5-figure month, and I feel like it's because I'm really well supported. And so having support in your business is not just coaching, but it really is also having extra hands on deck to do the things that you don't want to do. So a lot of times they're like, oh, when did you start outsourcing? I started outsourcing 5 or 6 months into my business. I started looking for a virtual assistant to help with calendar management, Instagram engagement, a few other things. And it didn't work out, but I really was happy that I decided to try to outsource something when I was terrified. I remember talking to my husband in the kitchen and saying I don't know if I should spend this money and do this stuff. And he's like, how much do you make? How much do you bring in? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're fine. And his rule of thumb, he is not an entrepreneur, but he is a product manager at a company and he knows a lot about it, all this stuff. So he was like, you need to 3 times or 4 times your investment that you make in order for it to be worth it. You have to track it. I'm not a big tracker personally. I don't really do a bunch of analytics. I go based on feeling and where I really need help in my business. So I feel like for me, it just made so much sense to outsource it when I really needed it, when I didn't want to engage as much on social media, when I needed my email cleaned up and I didn't have 6 hours to do it. So all of those things I kind of thought, yeah, I think I'm ready for this, but it was really scary. Also really important to think about is that I started outsourcing when I had a full-time job. I actually really recommend, if you have a busy schedule and if you are a mom, if you're a parent, I should say, because there are some men watching this, I'm sure, but if you're a parent or you work a full-time job or you have a really busy schedule or you run multiple businesses, it's time to start outsourcing, probably sooner than our single counterparts, our kidless entrepreneurs. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, we need to be in our zone of genius at all times, which means doing the activities that really make sense in our business versus doing a bunch of busy work, sending out a ton of invoices, doing graphics when we hate graphics, spending 6 hours a day engaging on Instagram to make sales. Eek, no. That's not what we need to be doing. We need to have our eyes on the prize, creating new offers, creating new courses, learning passive income, all of the things that will continue to make us money, right? So a lot of times our time is not best spent in our business really just like doing the grunt work, in my opinion, because that's a CEO mentality. The Fortune 500 CEOs, you don't see them sending out their own invoices. You don't see them scheduling their calls. They have somebody for that, or they have systems in place that make it automated. So you really need to think about that from a CEO mentality before you even start hiring. So when should you really start outsourcing? In my opinion, you should really start outsourcing when you feel overwhelmed. So if you feel like every single Monday you wake up and you just don't know where to start, you are totally overwhelmed and you really don't know what to do, it's time to list out all of the tasks that you have and then rank them by least pleasurable, most annoying, most hated tasks to the most pleasurable. Like, so if you really hate sending out invoices, put that at the top, right? And so you need to have your list at all times. I have made an outsourcing list from like the very beginning of me starting my business of things that vision wise I really wanted to outsource in my business. So I wrote them all down, and through the year and a couple months that I've been in business, I've slowly checked them off, right? And I'll, at the end of this video, stay tuned, I'll tell you exactly what I outsource and roughly how much I pay, because I'm not going to give you my whole pocketbook and how much I, all of the stuff. But just know that I kept a list of things and slowly cross them off. And that has been a really big thing for me, because then I'm not tempted to like send out invoices, do graphic design, do things that like other people could do way better than me and take away time from me and my family. So I always like to say, first make that list of I don't want to do it and start there. A lot of people don't know what to outsource and when. So they're like, yeah, I think I'm ready to outsource, but what do I outsource? You already know, you just need to really put it on paper first. And a lot of times people get hung up with spending the money, being scared to spend the money, being scared to outsource, and also thinking, well, it only takes me 2 minutes to send out an invoice. Yeah, but that's 2 minutes. That's actually more like 15 minutes. You got to log into your computer. You got to get into Dubsado. You got to get their name, got to send it. You got to check the price, and you could be sending that to someone else to do very quickly as well that you trust. And when people are scared to outsource, I've noticed it doesn't really matter how much money they bring in. It's a mindset thing. They're afraid to, have a bring in less profit. They're afraid to do all these things. But honestly, truly, when you do outsource more in your business, you make more money. You have more time to spend on the activities that are money-making activities versus busy work activities. So stop holding on so tight to your money and think about, especially if you're profitable, especially if you're making a good amount of money with your business, you need to let the reins go. You really do. Let the reins go and trust someone else to walk into your business, train them appropriately. And then, you know what? It's okay. I've gone through now 2 VAs. It wasn't a good fit. And that's okay, right? That's fine. That didn't stop me from outsourcing until I finally found and landed on the solution that worked best for my business. Personality-wise, great people, and it just didn't work for where I was at in my business. But you can't just give up because someone's not a good fit once, right? Another thing to think about is imagine how much time you would get back into your business if you actually outsource. Would you be able to spend more time with your kids? Would you be able to spend more time with your husband? Would you be able to bake more? Would you be able to spend time learning about how to create a YouTube channel? Could you figure out Pinterest? Could you do blogging? Could you do creative writing? Could you spend more time doing the things you actually wanted? Or even better, spending the time making money, right? So as an entrepreneur, you have to think about your money-making activities. If you're spending all day sending invoices and contracts and going back and forth and doing this and that and creating graphics and planning things out, it really is going to be harder for you to scale effectively. So think about your long-term vision and how someone coming in to help can help you do that. So once you have your list of things that you want to outsource and you're getting more comfortable with the idea of finding someone and you're like, well, okay, I think it's time to outsource, and there's no time period. Like I said, you don't have to be in business for 6 months. I know people who started working with a virtual assistant in the first month. the first month they ever started their business, they're like, let me outsource, right? They may not have had the money, but once you have your idea of what you want to do, you need to go out and find someone, right? There's Facebook groups. I really like virtual assistant savvies, where you can put out an ask, a very specific ask in the Facebook group, and people come flying in and they're looking for opportunities and things like that. There's also options where you can, tap into your network, see if anyone else recommends a great virtual assistant that they've worked with. I like to go based on referrals a lot of times. My current support system, my online business manager, she used to be a former client who rocks it and is super thorough and has an agency that I work with to help me scale my business, right? And to do a lot of tasks. So know what you kind of need. If you're outsourcing for the first time, 5 to 10 hours or just a few hours a week, where you can dip your toes in the water and not spend a crap ton of money. You can dip your toes in your water and see like, hey, I think I want to start outsourcing maybe just a few hours a week and see if I like it, see if I like working with this person. Do it on a trial basis, do it on a 30-day trial, so you're not locked into a 6 or 12-month contract, right? So I wanted to end the video with what I currently outsource. So I have my phone here that I've been looking down at. So what do I currently outsource right now? And how much do I spend on that? Ooh. So currently I outsource YouTube editing. She's editing this video right now. Membership funnel management, because I'm launching a membership. Yay, shout out to me, I'm so excited. Online business management strategy and admin work. They basically run my whole business. So what an online business manager does, and there's different niches for them, but my online business management agency, they specialize in launch management strategy. So they're going to be really hands-on as I have my baby, content repurposing, launching things, launching courses, launching programs, making sure that I'm showing up, scheduling my social media posts. So like they're like the cat daddy, the full version, the full service that I really need. And I'm starting with them in September, and I'm so excited because I think it's really important to get as much support as you need. And I am spending multiple 4 figures, that's what I will say, on almost the high end of 4 figures, trying to get my business together and have it be a well-oiled machine, show up on YouTube every week, show up on Instagram 3 times a week, have a membership, have programs that I'm running. I'm doing all of this so I can bring in more money, so I can impact more people, so I can give more opportunity to people, and so I can provide for my family, of course. So I'm doing all the things. I invest very heavily, and I don't recommend everyone do this because not everyone's in the position that I'm in, right? But I've worked really hard and built my business over the past year and really done the things that were scary to me and outsourced when I wasn't ready in order to see that end goal of me making multiple 5-figure months, me making multiple 6 figures as a business owner, because I know that's in the cards for me next. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I know it was kind of long, but I think this kind of covers all of outsourcing. I believe I have another video about outsourcing below, but I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But yeah, like go ahead and check out my related videos below. And thank you guys so much for being here and watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!